Hi there, I'm Dave Hunt, owner of GameMasters Guild, and today I'm going to take a quick look and review something that just got put out by Wizkids in their 4D tile line, and that is their Warlock tiles. These things look awesome, so let's jump in and take a quicker look. First up is the dungeon dress scenes with 31 sorted pieces, and the quality is really good on these. Then next you got the stairs and ladders expansion with 11 different pieces that you get 2 each of. Again, beautifully detailed, high quality. I also like the fact that the ladder is notched so you can actually put a miniature with a base on the ladder. This is something I haven't seen before. Then we have the door and archway set, which is really nice. Again, all the doors are very highly detailed. They're on these clear bases, which I really like. The doors, they stick a little bit, so you really got to put a little bit of force to open them, but they're not too bad. The trap door is, well, they're okay, but because they're so thin, they're a little deformed slightly, but it's not bad. And the detail's still real good, and fits a 1-inch square, looks really good. I like it. I love some of these other ones, especially like this archway with the cage door here. Really nice looking piece. The next door coming up I think you're really going to like, and that's going to be the hidden stone door. That's right. Hinges on one side, a little stiff to open, but pretty cool, and I really like that. Then we have these double doors here. Really nice, good looking. Now we have the secret passage. This is really nice. The whole wall pivots right there on the center. Really nice looking piece. Really like it. Very cool. I never thought about doing a door quite like this. And then also we have this archway, and it's a portcullis. That's nice. Some iron bars come down. This thing is really cool. I really like it. Works nice and smooth, real easy. Coming up next, we have the expansion pack 1 for a dungeon or town and village. 37 different pieces, and you've got an assortment of walls, windows, doors. Very nice, very nice. And now we have the dungeon tiles. This is right about 92 individual pieces, not counting all the extra connectors and some edging pieces. Here we've got a couple of 4x4 tiles it gives you, which are reversible. Really nice. Got some thinner walls that you can actually insert between the tiles when they're connected. I'll show you some more of those later. Here's a bag of some connectors and the edging pieces. Plenty of doors. They open. Got some of these corner pieces that you can use to fill the corners when you connect them. More angled pieces of wall right here. Plenty, as you can see, they're double stacked down in there. We got more wall pieces, straight walls. 2x2 floor pieces with stone on one side and wood on the other. Again, I really like this idea. It's a really good idea. I wish more people would do this. They really put a lot of thought behind it. And underneath all these walls right here, we got, looks like, I think it's a 2x8 section of tile. And this is really nice, great for taverns or wherever. And here's an example of the connectors right here. This is their Warlock locking system. And you really got to push them in here. Of course, these are brand new, so it was a little tougher for me to lock them in. And you just choose which side you want, and you just push them together. Super easy. Well, super easy if you're using 2 hands. Now here I'm using 1 hand. Now I'm going to add a second tile, and I'm going to show you how you can wedge one of these thin walls right in between the connected tiles, just like that. These things are great. This is a brilliant idea. I really like it. Here's some of the edging pieces I mentioned earlier that you saw in the bag with the connectors. And I guess it's just to cover the edges if you wanted to. It's okay. Not super crazy about it. I think it's unnecessary, but I do like the look of it. And also, too, I almost forgot, underneath the 4x4s, you had some more double doors. Again, really nice quality. These open really smooth. I like them a lot. Up next here, we got the town and village set with right around 82 different tiles. Again, you got all the connectors. You got some wood edging pieces. And so there's some more connectors, plenty of them. Got some windows here. What else we got here? More windows. But again, I'm really pleased with the overall quality of these. Everything opens, everything works, even though they're a little tight. But then again, these are brand new, so they're going to be a little stiff. But they just feel durable. And they got some weight to them. And I'm just really impressed with all of these so far. I think Wizkids really did a good job making these, and I don't think you're going to be disappointed, even if you don't buy a bunch of them, even if you just get one Town and Village set or a dungeon set, even just one of the expansions, because you could easily use the stairs and ladders on a 1-inch map and just use that just to give yourself something extra to have on the map. But man, I really think it's going to be worth the investment to get these, and I really hope they continue making these, because I think they got a good thing going on here, especially with other companies making similar products. I think these are really worth the money. Definitely worth the investment. Honestly, it's really kind of hard for me to say anything bad about these. I really like them. Next, we have the different clips. The Warlock clip right here on the left is the one that you use to hook all your tiles together. And these other two are adapter clips. One's a dragon lock, one's an open lock. I can't remember which is which. But if you have these other systems, then you can use those tiles with your Warlock tiles. Also, you can buy extras of these. They do sell them separately. Now, next is my favorite, which I would just buy all by itself, even if I didn't want to use it with the rest of the tiles. And that's these magic circles. Here you got an LED base. It's got a battery. It takes one watch battery, like a common CR 2023 or a 2021, whichever it is. And it's all encased. You got the plexi on top, so you can't mess up the LEDs. And then all I got to do is you select whichever magic tile you want. You just lay it right on top, and you press the center. Hang on here. Let's see if I can try this again, get a good, better angle on it. There we go. And you just lay whatever tile you want. And there are multiple colors. There's green, there's red, and kind of a white, which really kind of gives more of a blue aura. And every time you press the center, it gives you a different effect. Now, right now, in the room I'm in, I went ahead and dimmed the lights, although because of the camera, it still looks kind of bright. And all you have to do, if you want to change the function of the circle, the color of the circle, you just press the center or lay a new tile on top, or both. You get a steady on, you get a couple different versions of the pulsating effect, and then you press it again, it turns off. The only thing is, I'm not sure if the tile will slide off or not if you bump the table. I guess if I was using the tile just like this as it is, obviously the top tile, since it's laying there, could just slide right off. But if it's locked in with the other tiles, I didn't get a chance to check, but it may actually just stay there just fine and not move around. I suspect that might be the case. However, just in case, I'd probably take a small piece of double-sided tape, or I might roll over a piece of regular Scotch tape onto itself just so I could put it one spot, just to prevent the tile from shifting during gameplay. But this is not a really serious issue. It's really a non-issue. This tile is really great. Or this tile set is really great, and it's a really good idea, and I haven't seen anybody really do this that I can think of except for Wizkids. And they did something similar with their jungle shrine setup. They had a bonfire that lit up, and it would either be steady on or pulsate, and same with the pillars. They had a LED switch you could hit, and they had a recessed rune that would light up either steady or pulsate or off. And see, here's an example of the colors real quick with the LEDs. As I just kind of push the center. Really good idea, really compact. I really like the idea. At 50 bucks, I think maybe on the steep side a little bit, but all in all, man, it's so cool. They could have probably charged more. I would have bought it anyways. Although I think a few bucks less, and it would have been pretty good. But
okay, so that's my review on Wizkids 4D tile system, the Warlock tiles, and I think overall, they're great. The overall quality is there, they're painted really well, they got some really interesting features, like the floor tiles where they're double-sided, stone on one side, wood on the other. I think that's really ingenious. I do like the fact that in the dungeon tile set, you get a couple larger tiles right out the gate, as well as a couple of long hallway tiles. I kind of wish they would have done that with the town and village. Although then again, for what you're getting in either of them, I think it's great, and you get quite a bit to work with. And I know the $100 price tag might seem a little steep, but once you got them, you got them. And as for the smaller sets, quite frankly, at $50 each, I think they're all home runs. Now, I wouldn't necessarily say that you had to have one of these base sets. Nah, if you had just a regular rollout vinyl map with 1-inch grid, I'd say you could buy like the expansion pack, the dungeon dressing, the stairs or ladders, doors and archways, and just use it on 1-inch grid, and you'd be just fine, and you wouldn't have to worry about this big stuff. But I gotta tell you, after seeing them, and if you got any of them, just looking at the quality and how cool they are, you would definitely want to get at least one of these 2 bigger sets. Probably the dungeon one first over the town and village set. It's probably what I would get, and I do like the interlocking pieces, how they got their little clips. Matter of fact, it's right in the title there with Warlock, it's right in the O, the way they got the little clips. At first, they are a little stiff to get in, and I had a little trouble pulling them apart again once I was packing them all up. So if I had a small pair of pliers and gently pulled those little clips out from the tiles, and I didn't have any trouble. I just rocked them back and forth, weren't real careful. And of course, the more you use them, the more they'll loosen up, a little bit easier to connect. And something else I really like, I like the narrow wall idea. When you clip 2 tiles together, and they got those narrow walls with little pieces of metal, you just slide right in between the 2 tiles. Ingenious idea. I think that's a really great idea, and I'd like to see them expand upon that. And honestly, I think they could do another expansion pack where they just had floors and those narrow walls. I think that's really great. Now, the only one that I wish the price was a little lower was the summoning circles. First of all, I gotta say, brilliant idea. I like the idea of the LED platform. Just make sure you put the battery in right. And the multiple tiles for that, I think that's really great, really ingenious. It's a great idea. Of course, there's no real solid way to secure them, so it's kind of a downside. Although, truth be told, I did not interlock them with other tiles, so it's possible once it's interlocked, maybe with the other tiles around it, that top tile wouldn't slide back and forth. But what I would do is just put a some double-sided tape on there just to hold it in place, just in one spot or 2 spots, maybe on each corner, and that'd be it. I do like the fact there's 3 different colors. I like the different speeds of lights. The only thing is the price tag. At $50 on the summoning circles, I kind of felt they could have maybe dropped that down to $45 or even maybe even made it a $40 expansion. $50, but it lights up. Okay, you got me anyways. What can I say? So overall, I think these are a great addition to any of your role-playing games, and you should really check out, even if you don't buy them, you should at least come and check them out. And wherever you're at, I mean, if I'm not your FLGS, if you live in Tennessee or something, just go to your FLGS and see if they carry any of these and take a look at them. I hope they're going to be around a little while because, again, the quality is real good. I got to admit, Wizkids, I think they're hitting the price point pretty good, and they really got a good thing going. So definitely check out these Warlock tiles next time you're in your local FLGS. And again, thank you for stopping by. I'm Dave Hunt, owner of GameMasters Guild, telling you to stay safe, play great games, and I'll see you real soon.